right, you're the first video of the day here.
I am? I'm the star?
Yeah. It's supposed to have face detect on.
Well, it's not. Is it on automatic? Because I think I turned it off last night.
We'll be trying to figure this out today, so bear with us. I guess on the gimbal, there you are. I can fix it. I'm learning. Yeah. It's going to be a learning curve here. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I think it's going to look so much better focused and crisper, though, when I am pointed at the thing I'm supposed to be pointed at.
Right. So should I move over this way?
No, you're good. And here's your coffee's on his second cup.
Thank you, sweetheart.
So, I'm not having coffee today, and I'm fasting, which means Dawn will probably fast with me. I haven't been feeling good, and part of it was heartburn, and I need a reset.
Yes,
I really feel like I need a reset with all the food we've been eating lately. I really don't feel well when we start adding in too many things that are not.
Yeah, we've been cheating way too much.
Yeah, and I mean, in comparison to some people, we haven't had anything. But for me, not so much for Dawn, but for me, I start to feel it right away. So,
Poor kid.
Yeah, the heartburn. And I pulled something in my chest again, I guess. Also, just not good stuff. So, Dawn, I had a caffeine pill, so I won't have such a bad headache that I feel even crappier. You can't go cold turkey with caffeine or you'll really feel sick. But I am going to reduce, and I really need to clean up my act. I need a reset. I would be better if I never messed up, but at any point I need a reset. So,
well, if I didn't have oodles and oodles of coffee I had probably 5 pounds of coffee in the kitchen, coffee beans. So I was like,
he's not allowed to quit coffee for good. I've told him that's unacceptable. He can reduce levels of coffee, but we're not. I've lived with him and he's lived with me before with no caffeine, and we've both quit before for years.
That's correct, for years.
And 3 years, and I still didn't feel crisp.
Yeah,
my brain wasn't working well, so I'm not trying to go that route.
Yeah, I did it, like Marian said, 2+ years, and I swear, I didn't realize what a funk I was in until literally I had the first sip of coffee, and all of a sudden it's like, holy crap! So it whatever it was, it never wore off, or it got out of my system. The effect, no headaches and stuff. I felt okay, but I never felt snappy until I got that stimulant in me, that caffeine. So
yeah, I was trying to work at IBM and compete at a time in my life where career was important and keeping up with young kids, and it just was like, nope, sorry, not doing it like that anymore. But anyway.
Yeah, another story.
Good morning, and here's to the first day with the Osmo Pocket 3.
Amen.
Don bought me the 2-year replacement plan. It was $55.
Yeah.
And we felt that way I wouldn't be so worried about destroying it, that I wouldn't use it, because I like that with stuff. I try to treat my stuff really careful. I have to be able to take this thing and do most things with it. So, 3-day replacement and free shipping. And
I mean, I thought from a contract point of view, that's pretty $35.
Yeah, it's up to 4 of them in 2 years if you mess it up. So I'm like,
and this thing looks like it's one drop away from just,
I think it's more durable than it looks, but it has a lot of moving parts.
And they're all mechanical.
Exactly. So we're going to go do the trail walk like we've been doing the last 2 days. We had rain last night. It's going to be stinking hot again today, but they're really counting on a lot of rain, heavy rain this afternoon.
Flash flood warning or something?
I think we have rain in the forecast in the 7 days or 10 day. Every day there's a chance of showers. So we've hit the humidity's back, which means we get showers, which means you won't hear me griping about it being dry.
That's right.
And then I want him to take me someplace for plants today. It's either the hand-picked garden down in Benson or Logan's garden hut, mostly to take flower pictures and look at clearance and get me out of the house. I was happy looking at flowers. Yeah, you can yawn. Just yawn on me. Just Just
only
yawn
had
on.
1 cup of coffee.
Yeah. All right, let me go see what I can do. I've stepped out on the front porch. I'm gonna wipe down this door. You can see all the humidity on it. There's a lot. So I can see out. It'll clean up really nice with that water having soaked anything that's on the outside. Yeah, I understand that that it face tracks well, but then, you know, when you're pointing forward, you've got to adjust it. So, yeah, consistent spot pointing forward. So I'm out here to say hi to Panther Don and put the flag down here for me yesterday afternoon. He had to do a small repair on the metal, even though it was brand new. It was just a little bent. And so, yeah, he fixed it and walked it around yesterday afternoon for me. Yeah, that one button makes it turn and look at me. It should do face detect, so it should have leveled me in pretty quick after it turned around. Let me get you in the frame. It's supposed to face, there you go. Don't do that. I'm having trouble getting out the door because I'm used to the vlogging camera being in my camera case on a finger.
Right.
Not having to use my entire right hand to hold this camera to get out the door.
You need a pocket.
Well, I'm a girl.
Oh.
Girls don't have as many pockets as guys, typically.
Yeah.
All right, Don's helping me out the door, but, hi. Oh, Tux is going to be good, and he's going to go right up there this morning. That's my buddy. Here. Don's got the other bowl for me for the other guys. Good boy. Oh, I'm sorry. You eat your food. The only time Tux does not want to be pet is when I'm laying his food down. That's the only time ever. And he's not mean about it. He just, don't mess with me, woman.
Right. Makes sense.
Well, but waiting for you. They are. Hi, guys. Good morning. Hi. 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 All right, here you go. Hi, Morris. Marty. Oh, Morris. Good morning, buddy. Good morning. These are my good kitties. Yeah, all I'm doing this morning is walking the perimeter and refreshing cat water because we're still pretty wet from last night. We only had like a tenth. It's 83 out here. Tempest says it feels like 91, and we've got 79% humidity. So it's pretty thick out here this morning. It's pretty thick. This other plant from Mr. Balls is looking fine in this corner. I guess the Celioso, or that one way down there in the middle, didn't do spectacular. But the Salvia currently doesn't have a bloom but looks healthy. The Dusty Miller, the Vinca, and the Sedum. So, and hasn't this gotten big? Yeah. So I will do a quick walk and check for Japanese beetles and deer damage. Although I have to say that the beetles usually aren't super active until later in the day. Higher sun, higher heat, all of that good stuff. I love the Japanese maple growth when, see how close I can get with the focus. When the new leaves come out and they are, can you touch it to tell it to zoom, to focus on that spot? You can. I don't know how bad out of focus it was. I don't have my glasses on, and sometimes with the little screen I can't tell, honestly. I still haven't seen a hummer, but I still haven't really spent enough time like sitting on the front porch looking for hummers to say that they haven't been here. This top part is getting ate up by the beetles, even though I keep killing them. But this is the grafted on moon maple. So this fall, I'm definitely going to be cutting this other thing back. I probably should get rid of the whole thing, except for if the deer come by and the beetles come by, I want them to go for the quote-unquote non-good maple. And besides, I can try to root that grafted piece when I cut it. So, yeah. The filigree is holding its own after it got eaten by a caterpillar. But there's still plenty of life there. What's left looks good. A caterpillar did all that damage. It wasn't a deer. That was very disturbing. These New Guinea impatiens that I got on clearance are doing excellent here. This hanging basket pot that I split up was that purple color, but the one on the other side up there is the dark red. And see the impatiens here where the deer ate them, they are really coming back nice and thick and full and will flower again. So, you know, you can only get so upset about it. Don says we got to come over here on the other side and get rid of this stilt grass, and I don't disagree. But probably more him than me with his boots on and his canvas pants, and I'll keep him company or do something else in the yard. Yeah, this begonia here, it kind of fell over and Dawn propped it back up a little bit before it broke. Super pretty. This Nishiki Japanese maple is doing good. See, it's got a new leaf coming out too. I don't know if the new leaf is totally happy, but we had a tree limb come down last night. Don said he'll carry it off after our walk when we come back today. It's didn't fall on the driveway, so it's not in our way of getting out. So how's it looking? I know it's going to take practice to do some of the things I did with the other camera, but is me walking around, is this a good feel? Yeah, one of the reasons I wanted this red bud is it has this really great stained glass effect with the leaves that we saw at the J.C. Ralston Arboretum, and it's not disappointing. I would say it's not disappointing. This guy didn't brown out, didn't miss a beat after the guys redid the planter. It looks healthy and happy. I've been coming down every day and watering it still. Except when we have rain, of course. And since we're supposed to have a torrential downpour today, and we had a little bit of rain last night, I'm not going to water it this morning. But there's very few days in the summer that I don't water that maple. Well, there's Stripe! Hi! Hello! And how are you? He goes, I don't know about that camera thing. What is that, Mom? Yeah, I have a feeling the most frustrating thing is going to be stuff just off frame because of the gimbal, because of the automatic. So this is a Sharps Pygmy. I've talked about it before. It's a dwarf. This one came from the garden hut. It's what they would call a compact, so lots of little leaves, and it's a great container one, and I'm liking it. You know, it had pretty color in the spring, and it'll have pretty color again in the fall. We planted it here knowing it wouldn't reach out into the driveway. That was sort of a safe spot, but it is on a cement slab. So the root can't go into the ground through the bottom of the pot. We have options with it. This is a beauty berry. Anybody want a beauty berry? I need to give it away. Or we'll plant it up the hill, although I think we planted one up there and they get so big. This blood good variety here, which is the one you would find most of the time at Walmart or other places. Hi. has gotten bigger this year. It really looks good. The only thing I would say about this one is I am not a fan of the super maroon dark full leaf color because you know, it's just not my, I like other colors a little better. So this particular praying mantis, he's been hanging out every morning when I've come to water. He's over here, and you see he's brown on the maroon because he is trying to blend in. Where I see them at other places in the yard, they're green. They like the old lizards we have here that are so common. They change color with the foliage. So but I'm not a big praying mantis fan. I've left him be because they can kill hummingbirds, and I'm just not I don't over encourage them in the yard. You know, the yard does what the yard does. I guess I admire them a little bit, but I'm not trying to encourage 5 tons of extra praying mantis here. I'm not worried about him being on the Japanese maple because the hummingbird doesn't want nectar from that. But if I saw him hanging out on a regular nectar, you know, flower with nectar, I wouldn't be too happy. So this hydrangea is looking really pretty. I don't know if this is limelight or what it is. I don't remember. It came from Whole Foods and I thought it was pink tinted to begin with, but it has really taken off this year for the first time and flowered nicely, and I'm pleased with it. There's the rose I got yesterday. So it's a drift, which means it's a ground cover rose, and it's very similar to this rose that's right here, which is a drift and a ground cover. This one I really shouldn't have planted it here. I'm not moving it now though, and it's doing really well, and it had all of these flowers. I mean, it was gorgeous. It's just done for this round. Hi. I like legs, Mom. And these yellow flowers over here, I didn't plant them, so I just don't know what they are. Some sort of black-eyed Susan, Rudbeckia, something. Anyway, they're starting to bloom, and especially the ones going down the walkway. It was Don's sister Gail planted them here, but then when they seeded out, they ended up over here. So as long as and I put some red pepper here 2 days ago. As long as the deer don't eat them, this spot has real potential to be pretty. And I've been pulling the weeds and encouraging it to do its thing over here. I've been trying to help it along because this is such a pretty area. Obviously, I can't let it come out into the walkway. I have to leave Dawn, you know, just enough room. Really needs to be able to get the wheelbarrow through there. And with it trimmed back and the little fence out of the way, he can. But I can't let that walking area get taken over. So these New Guinea impatiens that I brought home yesterday for $1 a pot are resting over here, and I'm going to redo the hanging basket on the front porch. And I told Dawn we're ready to plant the ginkgo tree. I probably should move it out of that corner now. It's rested after it arrived enough. This basket from Mr. Ball's has stayed more colorful than the newer one that I got, but so how good is the dragonfly showing up? Hopefully really good. And I wanted to show you this canna lily variety that I got at Walmart. Fire Glow. I really like the variegated color. So I've got this purple color, this darker purple color, and this pink color butterfly bush here. And when I put it in the ground, I don't know, I'm sort of tempted to just put it all together and then have one big bush with all these different colors, but I haven't decided for sure yet. And I haven't filled, not this fountain, but this one over here, and they're on the same A switch. So when I change out the water bowls here in a minute, I'll be getting my fountain back online. Yeah, I'm just following the dragonfly. We have all these Blue Dasher. Trying to remember. I used to be able to name the dragonflies when I was shooting pictures of them all the time, but I'm not 100% sure. This lace leaf has interjected. It was green and then it was maroon and now it's kind of going green again and then it goes red in the fall. It's like a lot of the maples, if you have more than a passing glance at them, they really do change color throughout the growing season. So this coleus has picked back up since Tux gave it a little extra fertilizer and tried to kill it on me. I think next year I probably won't put coleus in these 2 pots. I'll put something else because it's just too tempting for Tux. It's not a good. It's in the Tux zone. So I will need to move it. All right. Well, every morning won't be a 13-minute walk around the yard, but here. While everything, oh, Japanese beetle on my maple. Do not be up there. I thought it was a nice thing to do with the new camera. And test out its capabilities, do a mid-summer report on how the flowers are all looking. And, because hopefully it won't happen, but we could have high winds come and things get roughed up, so at least I've gone around and enjoyed everything and seen it, and if that happens I will feel slightly less bad that we all got our enjoyment out of the flowers. Good morning, Gray. It would be good if we could see you. Hi, there you are. Hi, sweet girl. Hi. Good morning. Hey, Midnight. Hi, buddy. He often does this, comes up between us during computer time. Hangs out for about 10 minutes and then goes on about his business. Hi, good boy. Good boy. You're very sweet. When I hold this at people, Donnie, it's kind of like the head coming out of the War of the World ships in the 2 movies.
Sure.
It looks like the alien head. That's what it reminds me of every time I use it.
Yeah, that's right. War of the Worlds.
Oops, you're a little too high. Yeah. There you are.
Yeah. Well, you're going to get used to hitting that little thing to do the face lock really quick.
I am.
And the guy said you can program the button. One of the videos said you can program the buttons
to do it too.
To do something long, press, short, quick. Something about the buttons could be done to make it do a function instead of having to swipe and find stuff or something.
Okay. Well, I've put a second card in because I've got that flower video walkabout from this morning going up to drive. I need 2 cards in play for this camera, and yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm just making sure I can record on the new card after I've, did stuff with it. Hey, buddy. Hi. He likes to get up there and play with my hair. Headbutt me from behind is what he likes to do. Isn't it? I like it better when you're between us. Hi. Hi. Oh. Well, I would say I'm already able to get some footage that I never would have gotten with the other camera. And that's probably a really good thing. I feel discombobulated. I think I've left something behind I wasn't supposed to, and yeah, so Dawn's, were you able to tuck that where it can't be seen? I was going to say Dawn's carrying my purse.
Oh, there goes that ionic.
Yep, my new camera. I found a little Vera Bradley purse because I have, a collection. A few. I went up last night and went through my stash, and all Guardian Angel bought nearly. And I came up with one, but it's about a half an inch too narrow to easily get the phone in and out. So I don't know if,
Well, that's the whole phone.
I mean, to get the camera with the extension on in and out. You really need, we measured last night, you really need about 10 inches would be optimal. So anyway, looking through the LCD, my interpretation of this thing is that it is, God, I hope my finger's not over the mic. My interpretation is that it does AI processing like the iPhone, and it makes clouds and landscapes look fantastic. I mean, it's pretty out here, no doubt, but it's, well, of course, how it looks in the LCD is not necessarily how it looks on the computer screen or your TV or your phone. But anyway, what I'm seeing in the LCD, it makes it look like this is the most beautiful day we've had in North Carolina in, like, 100 years. It's like the iPhone. It's very much like the iPhone. It does processing to make landscapes look great. Yeah, so it's stinking hot again. Mostly the humidity's up, so it feels hotter than it is. I think that's really what I want to say. It feels hotter than it is.
Right.
Yeah, and
Let me check my phone.
yeah, you need to get it back in Pokemon. Okay, well, it'll tell you it's starting the route then. It should tell you.
I think it's did it.
Okay. So we're doing the same thing. We're walking up to South Park, turning around, coming back, and then Don's going to take me to look at flowers. Now that right there without the blue sky looks a little washed out. I did bring the filters with me, but not on the trail. I'm still got to figure out how I'm going to move with my equipment, this new stuff. But I do have a polarizing filter to try and a wide angle lens. They kind of magnetize to the front of the little eyeball is how they work. And they go on and off pretty easy. Some of them can close up. The regular filters, I think it can spin its head and tuck the lens away okay with it on. But the wide angle one, it doesn't want to tuck properly with it up there.
Did I do? Yeah, it's recording, I think.
So since we have face detection on now, does that mean you won't be recording below my chin and my face will be in the video frame
That's
more
right.
often? It's always a good laugh between us. You can't lose me now, huh? Hi. So this is the little purse with the little camera holder thing inside, and it's not quick in and out. Like if I'm driving, it'll be on the console. It's not going to be in the purse thing. But that's what it looks like over the shoulder. It's okay for out here on the trail. But I have to hand on my phone to get it in and out, which I don't like doing.
Yeah.
And it, it's not quite working perfect yet. The in and out part.
Yeah. Hang on a second here. Hang on. Just in case you was wondering, I'm really here. There you go, sweet pea.
We're just too funny with this thing now, right?
Exactly.
So I just thought I'd record a little bit in this direction. We walked that hill up here. Don says it looked more like it was going to rain yesterday than today, but I think they said evening.
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
Later than yesterday's rain. Doesn't matter to me. I mean, yeah, I would like it not to rain in the next hour, but I'm so desperate for rain that if it rained sooner than later, that'd be okay. Not in the next hour because I want to go someplace and look at plants and walk around outside a little bit more. Yeah, we're plenty out of breath by the time, well, me for sure, by the time we get to the top of the hill. So Dawn is part of the problems yesterday with not feeling well was sort of like I stretched on the area where I've had surgery in my chest and it was just really hurting, and then it was like a pinched nerve sort of extending into my arm, and Dawn's not letting me carry the big camera. It seems like every time I put the big camera around my neck, even though at that moment it doesn't seem to really be bothering me, later on when I take it off I'm in a lot of pain. That 70 to 300 millimeter lens is heavy absolutely, it's heavy. And so Don insists on getting out, walking with me today, and holding my camera until I want to take a picture, which I will let you do. I suppose the thing I was supposed to do there was this.
That's right.
There you are.
That's right.
Hi. There you are.
Still have face detect on though.
Right, this face detect is still on, but there you are back there. So yeah, I think with this one, when you turn it around, because I'm not used to doing that a whole lot, is I've got to still look at the alien eyeball and not look at the LCD screen, or it'll look funny because I'll be like looking at myself, and that's not what you want. Because every time I tell Donna we take a selfie, I point to the part of the iPhone where, you know, you need to look. Are you moving around back there doing fun things? Because I'm trying to be
taking the inside of the curves. I'm not like my girl.
I'm
I try to minimize steps.
I thought he was just back there. Right. Anyway, I try to tell people when taking a selfie what part of the iPhone to look at so that your eyes look right in the photo, because it drives me nuts. I'm like, are you looking where you're supposed to be looking?
That's what she says.
Every single time. All right, that's enough.
I'm looking where I'm supposed to be looking.
Donnie. It's a kid-friendly channel. So I wanted to at least show the screen in joules so we can sort of see how it looks or doesn't look.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe I want it more upright.
All right, pull out in front of me.
Yep, he sure did.
Oh, you recorded that on, so we see how much she thought about that.
Yeah.
Well, that was one of those slow up signals.
Let's see if I go in here. It's either face detect or
spot focus. And then last one, I don't know.
Spin shot. Let's try this dynamic framing. Push joystick to switch focus frame. Press 5D button to start or stop following subject. I don't know. I'm just trying to decide.
I don't know what 5D button is.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, all I can really say is right now it seems to be showing the screen okay. I guess what I want is an occasion is, I guess there's a way to lock the gimbal. That's really all I wanted to do, is probably having on face detect is okay. And there's no face there. And then you can lock the, you know, get it how you want it. Yeah, it says it's detecting, so you probably don't want face detect for it's really looking for the face. It's kind of funny. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the other. I just sometimes want it to just point. Okay, that's the wrong way. I want it to move. I want it to go down. I want it to go up. Active track enabled. I don't want active track either. Well, this is a work in progress here on what's the best way to show the Tesla screen, because I'm having a little trouble. Yeah, I had Dawn bring me to Logan's Garden Hut, but I just got to tell you that every time I come over here, it's kind of sad. The Japanese red maples are gone from the front of the building. They've moved the pottery in over here, which is great, but all of the plants that were there were gone. I mean, I know it's getting to be July and they've sold a lot of their summer stock, but when I go by out at the street, the fence, you can't see any of the pretty flowers anymore. So when we go to the greenway and stuff, and I just don't like it. Well, on my list is to get one of these wind spinners for someplace in the yard. Not break the pocket, but have it be nice enough, at least this size, you know. I don't want a super tiny one. I don't know, it's hard to know. You know, one that will last a lot of years and still look good. It's on my list. I look at them when they go on sale on Amazon, and Prime Day's coming up. It's just, you know, they have to have good mechanisms so they spin quietly. They have to be durable so they last in the wind. They have to be made of the right stuff so they don't rust. They need to hold the paint color for an extended period of time. It's complicated. And I'm willing to pay a little bit for it. But I, you know, don't want to break the bank either. You know, they really need to come up with one of these cameras that wherever you look is where the camera points. You think someday AI will do that? Wow, I really like this one. What's it, $400? $279. I really like that one with the graduated color and the fancy lip and the more rounded shape. That's pretty. Hey, the quilted doesn't necessarily appeal. I like this one too, with the cobalt and then a little bit of the green color coming up in it. Very pretty. This tulipy one is kind of neat. Don's behind me staying in the shade, waiting for me to tell him I need my big camera. See, he's pretending to look at the wrought iron stuff over there so he stays out of the 90-degree heat. This one's very pretty. Very traditional cobalt. That one's $150. They had a sale not too long ago, 20% off or something. Yeah, this one's really pretty too. So the green on the main part of the pot. But then, wow, these are made in Charlotte. Border Concepts Incorporated, Charlotte, North Carolina, frost resistant. I like that with the green on the bottom and the blue splash at the top. That's also very pretty. Oh, I do want to get another nice pot, but maybe someone would donate it to Guardian Angel and I can pick one up for something less than now. Probably not, but a girl can hope. Girl can hope. So this, several pallets over here are 50 or 75% off. That's just too dark for me. That's super cobalt. Super duper. I'd look at the price. That one's not bad. I don't like it as much as I like the one over on the other side, but that's not bad. Oh, this would be pretty with a bubbler in it. I like that. Don's like, don't like it, don't like it. Yeah. So the orange tag is 50% off. The only problem is I can't see what the original price on that was.
Oh, it's over here. It looks like. I can't see.
I'll come look.
I don't know the price, but you can come look.
It's $125. It's half price, so it's not stupid crazy, but yeah. Well, that's really the only one over here that caught my attention. Of course, the ones that I like aren't on sale, right?
Right. What do you want on sale? Aren't on sale.
I mean, a few of these are nice, but so this one is 110, and then it's probably half off. Yeah, they have so much stock behind the building and just not the pretty stuff up front of the building. So I don't know that that they have less than they used to have. It's just that they have more of it away from the front. I guess the owner likes the front to look cleaner. The new owners. Because I mean, there's some great looking stuff back here, but it's not. I didn't come when they had the Japanese Maple weekend sale. Here's a couple of ginkgo trees. See, they still have lots of nice ones. They just aren't in front of the building. And I desperately think they need to take at least 4 of these big trees and stick them back up front. Wow. I really like this variety here in the sun. Check that out. That's really pretty. It is a Sherwood Flame. And the leaves are really pretty, even not, they're like half red, half orange. I really like this variety. Don's like, oh my God. Well, here's my oak leaf hydrangea, starting to do oak leaf hydrangea fall things with this color here. And then this particular hydrangea, maybe Don can reach down and look at the tag for me. It has some gorgeous flowers. I like it. Very different. You know, some of them are very basically full flower cluster varieties, like this
Twist
one
and
over.
shout. Twist and shout. That's what it's called.
All right. I see. And of course the color is dependent on the acidity of the soil, but
yeah.
This is one that's not full bloom, full flower. That one's full bloom, full flower. Should have some of both in your yard. This is probably limelight. Again, let me reach down and look at the You Grow Girl. Little Hottie is what this one is called. It's limelight. It has the more conical shape and the limey color, and yeah.
And over here it's pretty white though.
Yep, some other sort of hydrangea. Well, I have to say this camera gets hot in my hand in the 90-degree sunlight. Not so hot I need to set it down, but I'm noticing the heat because I'm used to holding the handle of the other camera, which is not actively battery operated, right? It's just a plastic handle. So this is the sale corner. Let me check this out. Hopefully it's good sales and something I want. Yeah. False indigo, I have some of this. It's right behind where Jules backs out, and it has seed pods right now, and as soon as it's done seeding itself, I will trim it because it's kind of getting in Don's way at this point. A lot of different varieties of sedum. Yeah, if I could get this going someplace in the yard, it's a huge butterfly attractant, but I've tried to get it to go. It's like Russian sage, isn't that what it is? Yeah, Russian sage. I've tried to get it to grow in my yard before and have failed to keep it alive through bringing it home, planting it in that season. So, yeah. I'm sure I'm missing some greatness of something here, but right now I'm not seeing so far anything that I want to take home. I do have some nice iris with a color tag, so you should know what you're getting. I'm walking away, and the main reason is every single thing they have over there requires full sun. And I just don't have a lot of full sun, and I've planted the canna lilies, and I've got the rose bush, and there's really a lot of tempting stuff. It's half off, so there's nice things here for $5 if you had a sunny area. You know who you are that would love this section. It would be great. Well, we walked around so that we could bring some of this to you. I still have some really unique and pretty varieties of petunia. Yeah, I'm happy that they had a clearance area. I was just telling Don, in general though, I don't think there's as much shade-loving stuff as they used to have. And of course, pretty much in my yard, I shouldn't plant anything that says full sun. The amount of spots in the yard that actually have full sun is very few and far between. Come this way, Donnie, under this shade. Hyssop. I'm not familiar with that, and it's pretty. Yeah, it's been a hard summer on everything. That is a really nice outdoor piece of carpet there. It walks nice too. And look at all the little pots Lots of blue hues to choose from. My kind of pots, color-wise, for sure. But yeah, if you don't like blue, here's yellows and pinks and oranges. Wow, that's some nice color. Yeah, houseplants, they have definitely stepped up their game over what Nelsa used to have here for the for houseplants and tropicals. And I have no room inside for plants and the cats would eat them. So while I love tropicals, I don't really want to take them home. They have some nice staghorn ferns. This one is pretty cool. I had a friend whose husband was from Cuba, and they lived in Miami for a while, and they had staghorns at their house in Willow Spring. Oh, look at the bromeliad color. Just gorgeous. Variegated rubber tree.
Oh, I don't know that I'm gonna like this area.
That one's really nice.
Big. I have to say, they are very pretty. Very nice.
Yeah, this one's not quite tall enough. This one's getting to big enough to do something with. The pine cone one is $500 according to the sign. How much in the bottom row? The pedestal, 3-tier black. That's this one though.
Yeah, I would agree. That's pretty.
I don't know what this one is. I'm looking at the sign up here with the pricing, but yeah, well, this one, the water's not really super flowing, and maybe it's because it's not level and the light's out. And
Yeah.
but I like that one. I really do like that one.
Gotta go pee.
I'm sure everybody wanted to know that since I was still filming. Thank you. Oh, now I get it because of the water trickling.
Yeah, got winning.
Well, I have to say the little bird one's not bad.
That does look like little birds. But I don't want any that have to be super duper level to work right.
Well, that's all of them.
Well, I don't
Pretty
know.
much.
These up here, they don't have to be
Super duper level.
But this one, to make it look, it needs to be as level as possible.
The sun went in and a breeze came out. Yeah, I want that pot right there, Donnie. See how big it is?
Yeah, I know.
See that one right there?
But I can't pick that pot up.
Oh, but you have a hand truck.
No, I can't pick
You have a hand truck.
The hand truck is probably not safe to move that hand.
That's where you put a carpet on top of your wood thing. I trust you.
Oh, I'm sure you would.
Yeah, that's a nice dwarf. Rhode Island red, 6 feet wide, 6 feet tall. So not the largest ever. Wow, check out this fluffy hydrangea petal. This one is Seaside Serenade. Wow, I do like that.
Yeah.
And it takes partial sun. So it's not a no. So Greg Fishel just posted, the weather guy that retired from WRAL. He says he examined 19 stations in Wake County and every surrounding county yesterday, and the closest to RDU was the EcoNet station in Siler City, with a reading of 100, a full 6 degrees cooler than RDU. As I mentioned, it's not the instrumentation at the airport, it's the sighting. This is not a criticism of the NWS or the FAA. I've explained ad nauseum why this discrepancy exists. I'd love to see just one media outlet with the guts to engage in critical thinking and boldly state that yesterday was indeed not the hottest day in the history of the Triangle. Unless, of course, you own a 4,000-foot house adjacent to an airport runway. Might be a few safety issues there when you leave your driveway, LOL. Yeah, the hottest we got at our house was 95, and they said it was 106 in RDU, the hottest day ever on record.
Yeah.
Well, no. absolutely, yesterday was not the hottest day. So, yeah, it's just frustrating. We would like accurate reporting of the weather data. And you don't cite the weather station for the NWS in the second largest city in North Carolina, because I think Charlotte is larger, next to an airport runway and expect to have accurate weather readings. So, let's not exaggerate. It was horribly hot and humid and uncomfortable yesterday and not safe for people with certain medical conditions, but it was not the hottest day on record ever, even if it felt like it. So I'm just filming a short video here with the wide angle lens that came with the Creator Combo Pack magnetized to the front of the camera just to show what it is. And it just comes off really easy. So we're at the South Park ball field, and this is with the ND filter, the 16 number on. This is the ND filter with the 256 number on the side of it. And this is a video with the ND filter 64. So 16, 64, and 256 is what I have, and then I have the wide angle and the black mist. And one more look at the wide angle lens here at South Park.
So did you put the wide angle lens on and then the ND filter?
I don't know. And for my engineering husband, I can tell you that you cannot double lens it. The magnets repel at that point. I'm in Guardian Angel for a Lego bin. Look at this pot. It's so nice. It's only 20, but it's just a little too small. Where would I put it outside? But I like it. I like it. If Don and I liked golf, I would get this gnome, but yeah, not quite the right fit for our house. A really nice weight mug. It even has the paw prints inside. The kitties are cute, but they're very lightweight glass. I sure hope we get that rain because things are looking a little dry. I don't think I'm going to have to emergency water before tomorrow morning, but I will definitely be out here tomorrow morning watering if we don't get anything tonight. The camera is showing a mostly full camera battery, but the extended battery pack in the handle has been used up, is at 0. So now I filmed more than normal today, but you know, I'm just trying to see, am I going to have enough battery? Am I going to have to buy another extension for the bottom to have ready to go? Probably. I won't make it through big events, I don't think. So I came out here to, and this makes me smile because Johnny's back in motion with his robots after the last event. I am printing my first ever ABS print. That is a different kind of filament, and I kind of understand why this print's not taking very long now, because it's a super small print. So I think if this bowl, which is a fountain bowl which needed to be waterproof, etc., etc., it's smaller than I thought. So I might have to scale it up for what I wanted to do with it. That's all I was trying to say. But that's ABS olive color green. And we'll see what it does. It's just getting started good. And mostly what was there was tree support. Hey, Marty Cat. I know. Is that my Tux man also? Hi, boys. Hi. I was gonna, you know, do a butterfly Japanese beetle check. So this is the Lego bin I bought at Guardian Angel today. It's a good sized bin. Too bad it doesn't have the lid, because it's one of the bins I use all the time for stuff. Anyway, I really want to work on the bed and breakfast, but I am going to open this up, take the plastic off, see what I can see for a few minutes. Anyway, with some help from Stripe and probably some help from Nighttime. All right. mostly good news about this bin of Legos. There was 90% real Lego pieces. There were a couple of Mega Bloks Army Soldier guys. There's lots of parts of city pieces, but I don't know how complete. There's 3 friend sets. This pirate ship amusement park, this music tour bus, and an ocean scene thing. Although maybe the ocean scene thing goes with the pirate ship amusement park. That's all I'm going to do for today. I can definitely say that while there are some minifigures, it's not all of them. There is a couple of small Star Wars sets, a land speeder and stuff. But again, not all the minifigures here. But I think the pirate ship with the roller coaster pieces, you don't see this too often. I really do think that that's mostly there, and I can put that back together, and that's worth putting back together, so I will. Well, I finished the first floor. Actually, not quite, because we'll talk about that in a minute. I haven't put anything inside of this area here. This is done and this is done, but this side is not done. Hi. Hello. I always have kitty help, don't I? Could you give me just a minute, please? Okay, come on. Just a minute. Yeah, I gotta figure out what's gonna go inside of here. But I've got the holes worked in the right colors on both halves. And that's how it fits up there. I just haven't put the pins in. And let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's coming along. It's coming along good. I have no problems. I went ahead and reworked the back porch. I took out the fancy railing and I moved it closer so there's not as big of an entryway. I made it look more like, I hope, a back porch. Sweetheart, I love you. Go over there for a minute. Thank you. Yeah, so hopefully it's nowhere near as fancy as the one on the front now. You can be able to appreciate that the front door is the front door and the back door is, well, the back door. Anyway, I think I'm past the main structural problems I could have had. I'm going to keep thinking if I'm totally happy with the way the porch railings are here or not. Probably am happy enough. So, and I want to put a statue in this open spot, but I haven't decided what statue yet for the landscaping. And I'd also like a third one of these little tiles out in the front. I think it looks weird with that number, but I probably don't have that. I probably have to order it. Medium nougat, rounded 1x2 tile, something like that. We've had 4/10 of an inch according to Tempest. I haven't gone out to the outside weather gauge, rain gauge. Still coming down a little bit. Not sure how much more we're going to get. It's 78 out here and 99% humidity. And it feels like you could cut it with a knife pretty much. So, yeah. Just, coming to say hey to Panther. Fixing to serve up dinner. And hopefully I'm going to have good editing with the new footage from this camera. good editing and good sound quality.